Hey, how you doing, YouTube? This is Share a Beer 344. I'm your host, Joe D. And today we have Barrick. He's there. Uh, he'll be right back momentarily. Um, we have some decent stories. Of course, I'll cover Week 9 of the NFL. And I have a couple other. I only have one beer-related story. Of course, Barrick, when he comes back, he's having a brew that he brewed up. He can tell us about that one. And I have one beer-related story, and then the rest are just kind of some interesting stories. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't much going on in the beer world this past week. A little dry, so I'll cover Week 9 really quick. Just a really quick one. Now, this is going to be a short show this week, but I'll cover Week 9 really fast. I can talk about some of the beers that I had this week. I don't know that I had anything different. Let me go over my Untapped. And Untapped is an app on your phone, and that's what it looks like when you open it on the iPhone, at least. And I'm pretty sure it's the same on Android. And it's a beer drinking social app. If you don't know, it's UNTAPPD. Whoops, alert there. Yeah, UNTAPPD, no E. And I'm Joe_D on there, so you're welcome to friend me if you'd like. And so let me go on here. I can check what beers I've had. Oh yeah, I had another pumpkin. You know what? I think I still have one left of that original 6-pack of that pumpkin I bought. I think it's now a month ago, maybe even more than a month ago. But those last 2 pumpkins I've had were better than that first one I had, the first couple that I had initially. So you just take that for whatever it is. But I don't know if sometimes it's your mood when you're drinking a beer. Sometimes it's, just the beer gets a little bitter when it's aged just a little bit. And that's why it's kind of cool to sometimes age something, whether it be in your fridge or in your cellar or whatever the case may be. Sometimes just several weeks of aging even can help a beer calm down, come together a little bit. And in this case, it's just that little bit better where it's actually kind of nice to drink it. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Of course, Limerita. Had a few Limeritas. I've got a Bud guy. I've got a Bud guy now. There's Barrick, but I've got a Bud guy now, Barrick, and this guy, he gets me spirits. He can get me wine. They distribute apparently a lot of stuff, not just beer. So he hooks me up with the biggest bottles of Limerita I've ever seen in my life. I mean, they're huge. They're like damn near gallon-sized bottles of Limerita. I swear to God. Yeah, I don't. Let me see. What else did I have? Let me see. I had another vanilla porter. Then what is that? Noche Dulce vanilla porter from Borderlands Brewing. And I've had that in the fridge for months, in the easy 8 or 9 months, and it was just really, really sweet, hardly any carbonation, and just super sweet. It was like liquid dessert. It really was. It was a little too sweet for me, actually.
I went to a craft brew place to get my supplies this weekend.
Uh-huh.
And they had a bunch of guys there who were about to open up breweries, like Zach.
Cool.
None of them had them opened yet, but what they were doing is promoting what they were about to open in the next 6 months.
Yeah.
I tasted a chocolate stout, a coffee stout holy smacks, was that good. It was like breakfast. And then I had another guy give me a cereal beer. It's called Chocolate Crunch. Is there a cereal called Chocolate Crunch or something like that?
Yeah, you got that. Well, Count Chocolate, something like that.
It tastes exactly like cereal. I said, now this is not something I necessarily want to drink every day, but man, that dude nailed it.
Yeah.
It's exactly like that chocolate cereal. I wish I could remember what it was. It was some kind of chocolate cereal, like Count Chocolate or something like that. But
yeah.
it was just amazing. These craft brew places are opening up everywhere, and you know, and these guys are nailing it. I'll tell you what, Joe. I've never had a saison that I liked, ever. Period. I've told you what I think about them. I think they taste like wet leather, you know, like a horse's saddle or something. I cannot stand them. I didn't want to try it. This guy says, "Come on, just give ours a try." I tried it, and I said, it was better than their Oktoberfest.
Oh, really?
Really, really good. I couldn't taste the saison in it at all.
So were they serving up 2-ounce samples or?
Yeah, I don't know, little glasses like that. Probably 2 ounces. Yeah. Yeah. And there's a bunch of them. I mean, you could get drunk just trying the 2-ounce samples.
Oh yeah, no, because saison's gonna have some serious alcohol to it as well.
I think saison was 5.8. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'll take that call later.
I think it was 5.8. Not bad. But man, they really no, that was a light one. They called it like a like a dinner table saison or whatever it was. It was low alcohol. It's like 4.8. But it was really good.
Fucking let me
Am I boring you?
No. Let me text him. He'll just keep calling back. Oh man.
So Jay, Joe, you want me to tell you what's been happening for the last 6 months on the air?
Hey man, if you want to put all that out there,
no, I don't.
You're more than welcome to. You want to put that on the Google forever? You go ahead, man.
No, not at all.
Not even I do that, man. I'm a pretty public person, but yeah, you once I hit that broadcast button, it's trust me, man, because I get comments. It is kind of funny because I do have to say this because I get comments on videos that I've made now 8 years ago, and I guess they don't realize that the video is 8 years old or something. You know what I'm saying? And
is this beers or just regular videos?
A little bit of both. Okay. And I guess people don't realize that, hey, man, a person changes. You know what I'm saying? Your taste buds can change. Hell, when I first started doing beer reviews, I mean, I've never claimed to be any sort of expert or anything. It was just some average guy giving his opinion on beers, and I'll get slammed.
No, but you know what, Joe? I told you this. I think it was 2 years ago. I looked up top 10 beer reviewers, and you were in the top 10. So people are going to think you're an expert.
Yeah.
They go back, 8 years and think you're an expert.
Yeah, well, yeah, just because you are popular, so it's like, I get that. To me, it's kind of a compliment. Like, it's like, them giving you a compliment. In other words, they're ripping you because they perceive you as an expert, which is cool, at the same time. So it's, right now, the comment that I get a lot is the quality of my video. They say it's gone down, and I understand that. For those that don't know, I guess I should say I do live in a hotel, and so I'm reliant on hotel internet right now. And besides that, man, all you're gonna see now is wrinkles and stuff. Like you don't want to see that in high def, man.
Dates.
Huh? What?
You're trying to get dates. You don't want them to see the wrinkles.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you don't want to, you know. Let's see. Let's there we go. See, yeah, but yeah. So it's, you know, but it's all good. It to me, it is a compliment to, and most people don't necessarily watch this show live anyway. Most people will watch it recorded, you know, and it usually takes me, you know, a few weeks to get, you know, the viewship, the clicks up there, you know, so it's but I do have to say that because I'm like, man, just realize that some of those videos are older when I first started, and so you know, I didn't know as much as I do now, of course, you know, about anything, right? So you know, once you get a little older and stuff, you do know a little bit more about stuff. So you know.
Does your work pay for your motel, or?
No, it's on my dime now. They paid for the first 3 months. They paid for 90 days, and then I've had the tab ever since. It's they've made me a great deal. Otherwise, I wouldn't stay here. Trust me. There's been, I mean, just today alone was very hard to sleep. That's another thing. You know, it's like you know, it can be very hard to sleep sometimes. You know, I had some guy with a motorcycle just lighting it up and turning it off for some reason. I have no idea. You know, there's, you know, people playing loud music, just,
Okay.
you know, people just moving in and out of the hotel like you do when you're in a hotel. You know, people come and go. You know, and so they, you know, people with their bags, and you can hear the bags rolling across and stuff because it's an outdoor hotel. You know what I'm saying? So there's outdoor type hallways and stuff forth. But yeah, you don't need to hear all that. It's just it can be tough to sleep when you're a day sleeper anyway. You know what I'm saying? So even when you have your house, when I did have my house and my neighbor had the pool, my neighbor was the really nice, friendly grandpa. And so all the kids would come to grandpa's house to play in the pool. You know, so it was like, what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? You know, so they're out there having a great time in the pool, you know, and of course, screaming and loud, and, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, what do you do? You know,
Deal with it.
yeah, you just deal with it, man. It's just, you know, I don't, you know, I'm the one that sleeps during the day, so I'll figure out a way to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, most people sleep at night, normal people. So what are you drinking now, man?
I'm drinking homebrew. 5 ounces Citra, 1 ounce bittering, 2 ounce in the last 2 minutes of the boil, and 2 ounce dry hopped. I used 2 row as the malt base, and it's a little on the, it's not quite as carbonated as I'd like, but it's still good, very good. Yeah, I make that all day long.
Yeah, now Citra, that's your favorite, absolute favorite hop. So
Citra,
I mean,
and the experimental, oh, Zach turned me on to experimental pine fruit.
oh yeah, how's that one going?
Those are both amazing. And they're very similar, very citrusy. I cannot give this to somebody, if somebody's not had a craft beer, you know, they're a Bud guy, whatever, Miller guy, whatever. They cannot taste this and say, you put grapefruit in that. No, I didn't. It's the hops.
Yeah.
That's how the grapefruit comes out in it.
Yeah, I call that kind of a juicy type of hop, right?
Yep.
It's really
down your leg, man. Like Led Zeppelin. Yeah, it's juicy. I mean, get it, man.
That should be a T-shirt right there, man. Like we should start printing that and charge people for that. I mean, that is you know.
Feel the juice runs down your leg.
Yeah, that should be. That's a good. You know, back in the day, I used to have shirts. Actually, I used to have T-shirts, man, and with all my different quotes from my beer reviews. I used to have a guy out of Texas would print shirts for me, and you know, if you gotta have one, you gotta have six. What was some of the other ones? It was had a couple of my phrases on there, and he would sell the shirts for me. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, there's been a lot. Huh?
That would be funny. Citra till the juice runs down your leg.
Yeah, that would be a good one, man. Yeah, if what's his name was, he would make that a show title.
Who's that?
A bum. If he was in the, he might actually be in the room there. Right now, we have, what is your favorite fresh IPA you can easily find in your area, from Tom.
My favorite IPA, it's got to be, oh shit, sorry, Joe. It is Highlight from Cigar City.
Oh yeah, you know, I still need to have that. I have not had that brewery yet. Still,
you know, Joe, do you have any contact with me as far as anything? I'll send you a couple of Cigar City stuff if you'll pay me the shipping.
I think I can finally get it here. I think I have seen it. It's just a matter of kind of going down that mental list of getting, you know, and then they don't, you know, the beers cost so much. Yeah, bums there in the chat. You know, they cost so much. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like
the Cigar City, that and the Invasion. Actually, I like Invasion better than the Highlight. The Invasion is their pale ale version of a Highlight, which is a little bit lighter and a little less alcohol. I mean, you have 3 or 4 of those, and you still feel great. You know, you're not all messed up. Have 3 or 4 Highlights, and you're pretty messed up.
You know? Now there's a brewery here. Now let me let me see exactly. Tempe. They're out of Tempe, Huss Brewing Company out of Tempe, Arizona. And I just had them this past weekend again, and had their That'll Do IPA.
Their what?
It's called That'll Do IPA.
Mm-hmm.
And really solid IPA. They can it. Pretty nice can. It's you know, pretty basic. I think it's like just a shiny aluminum looking can with just green on it. And it's pretty good. I liked it. It's 7.1 ABV and 91 IBUs. So it was really good. I was having fish tacos and
love fish tacos. I love some fish tacos, man.
It was killing with fish tacos. Let me tell you, I had got fish tacos from Filiberto's, man, over here, and that was pretty popular. And yeah, them fish tacos are huge too, man. And a very good pairing of fish tacos, man. An IPA, man, with fish tacos. Hell yeah, bro. You know, and you get the fresh squeezed lime all over it. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. It was perfect, man. It was perfect.
Who was it that asked for the favorite IPAs you can get?
Oh, it was Tom.
Another one that I really like is I really like Founders All Day IPA.
Oh, yeah.
So though I think it's like 4.8, 4.5, something like that, ABV, alcohol by volume. But man, you can have yourself, you know, a 6-pack of that. Enjoy the hell out of it.
Yeah, it's a real sessionable IPA.
You're not going to get too messed up, and just enjoy the hell out of it. You know, those are 2 that I really like.
Yeah, and you know, there wasn't that many there wasn't that much beer news stories this week,
Uh-huh.
but I did notice someone's blog kind of mentioning that, like, well, and kind of going down that road as far as like, you know, lower ABV beers, you know, just beers that are more sessionable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe they're not that real high alcohol type content, and maybe they're not really high lip puckering type of IBUs, but they're just more enjoyable, man. You know what I'm saying? You know?
That's me, man. You know, I like to sit down and have a few, and I don't like to wake up in the morning and not know what I did last night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like to just have a few beers and.
Hey, you know, Barrick, let me ask you the question, because you weren't with us previously. So let me ask you now. I thought of this question, and so I've been trying to ask it to different people. What does I love beer mean to you? You know, for some people, I love beer means, you know, I drink a 30-pack Bud Light every day. You know what I'm saying? And for some people, like you just said, you know, I really enjoy a couple of beers. I want to enjoy the taste, and that's what I love about it. And for some people, their love is, you know, drinking a lot of it, and that's what they define as love, because I drink a lot.
Wow.
So,
interesting question, Joe. I'm just saying that's an interesting question. I love beer. I used to be hooked on a lot of antidepressants. I mean, I was on Klonopin, Mental, Prozac, and there's one other, I forget what it's called. Anyway, I was on all kinds of them. And they just did nothing for me. I said, if I just have a couple beers, I can relax at night. I don't like to get messed up. I don't like to forget what I did that last night. And I really like to enjoy what I'm drinking. That's why I make what I drink.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy the Citra. So why I like beer? I like it because I like the flavor, and it just enough to relax me to help me sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And one more thing, I love the process of brewing it.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. That's what I was going to say.
I love the process of brewing it.
Yeah.
It's a hobby.
Right. It's more than just a drink for you. It's a hobby. You actually it'd be like someone that likes to cook, essentially, is what I compare yourself to. Not only do you just enjoy perhaps having a good meal, right, somewhere, but you really enjoy cooking that meal as well. You
Yes.
enjoy the preparation of that meal. Where that steak came from matters to you a lot. You know, and that to you, this is my perception, and that to you is really the whole process for you of why you love that particular meal you're eating, which would be your drink, in other words.
And you know what? I am very artistic. I'm a musician. I write songs, all this kind of stuff. And in my mind, I'm thinking, if I can add this sweetness of a strawberry beer to this bitterness, and in my mind, I can visualize and taste what it's going to be like. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I go for it. And like 2 batches ago, I made a strawberry beer. Blew my frickin' mind. It was really, really good. Now, do I want to drink 4 or 5 of those a night? No.
Right.
One a day, maybe. It was really, really good. My girlfriend at the time.
Yeah, we won't go there.
He went crazy over it. He thought it was the best beer ever. She says, I've never even tasted it. And I could imagine in my mind when I was brewing it, what it would taste like, and I just nailed it.
Sweet.
And, you know, so yeah, the making of it, the relaxation part of it, you know, I'm off. I've not been on any prescribed drugs in 8 years. Never was a drug doer, person who did drugs, like illegal drugs, never did that. But I was on prescription drugs, and the beer, just a couple beers relaxes me. I can go to sleep, and I don't want to get messed up. So I like the flavor. I like the process of making it. It's just kind of a lifestyle almost.
Yeah, it absolutely is. It's from the whole process of getting in your vehicle and going to the store where you purchase your hops and everything like that. The whole process from beginning to end, and end meaning where you're actually sitting down where you are now and pouring a pint and enjoying it is your whole love of that beer, you know, because you're actually making something. It's the same love that anybody that makes anything would
Like,
have and appreciate.
You're a chef and you give something, they love it. I mean, 9 out of 10 people that sample my beer, even Bud drinkers, Miller, Coors drinkers, they say, "Holy smacks, this is great."
Yeah.
Where did you get this? I say, "I made it." You know, there's a great satisfaction in that.
Yeah.
You know, I've told you I hang around with bikers, and they're all Coors. They're just hardcore Coors fans, you know. All bikers drink Coors. And, you know, I've gave them my beers, and they say, "Holy smacks, that's amazing. How did you get the grapefruit in there?" There's no grapefruit. It's just beer. It's just beer.
Yeah. Yeah, it's it. Hey, how you doing? Positively? What's your name, man? Where are you from?
My name is Scott. I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Hey, welcome, man. What are
Yeah.
you enjoying a beer right now, or?
No. 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 No.
Yeah.
Be right back, Joe. Be right back, bud.
Okay.
I've been on your show before, and my internet connection was all crapped out. So it's finally fixed now. So but yeah, my name is Scott. So I saw your room, and everything else is kind of boring. So I'm like, hey, let's talk beer and how shitty Budweiser is, but I love it.
But you love it, okay?
I do.
So
I'm not a hoppy guy. So.
Well, let me ask you that question, Scott. So, what does "I love beer" mean to you?
It means, like, you know, that day at the office, and you just get home and you sit in your favorite chair like Archie Bunker, and you just want to sit. That's what it means to me.
Yeah.
It means good friends. It means laughing a lot with, you know, if you're married like I am, you know, you can laugh with your spouse even though she thinks you're an idiot. But you're kind of in your own little world, so.
Yeah, that's I can certainly see that as well, you know. But I'm always interested in that because you know, I'll be at the local pub, just some dive bar, or just with friends, and you know, and we're all tipping the cup or tipping the pint, but for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? And it means something different to all of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think the best conversations, I mean, it sounds bad, but it seems like the best conversations happen over a beer. The best stories happen over a beer.
Mm-hmm.
That's at least my take on it.
Yeah.
I tend to drink a little bit too much, maybe, but at least I can admit that, you know, I can still carry on a conversation. You know, I go into hangouts, you know, fairly often, and I have a controversial podcast called Positively Godless. So, but, you know, with all due respect, I hope that's okay. But there's one hangout that one guy is so blasted drunk that he doesn't realize he's recording videos on YouTube.
Oh
and
my
singing.
God.
and it's mildly hilarious and sad all at the same time.
That is sad, yes, actually.
You know, so, but yeah, I hope I didn't interrupt your conversation that you're having.
No, absolutely not, man.
You know why the best conversations happen when you're at a beer or two? It's the truth drug.
Yeah.
You know, it just what comes to mind comes out. Your filter shrinks.
Right.
Yeah, you feel.
You know,
Well,
in your head, it shrinks when you've been drinking.
yeah,
Whatever comes to mind, you say.
Yeah, yeah, that could be good or bad.
Right,
Or,
but I mean, you know, you get the honest truth, you know.
yeah, that's true. In this situation, you don't want your filter to shrink while the broadcast button is pushed, like he's saying, like Scott saying, he says, this guy's recording, and he doesn't. I don't think he realizes he's recording and broadcasting this stuff forever on Google.
You know what I should do? I'm gonna find a video just to put in the side chat, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
Oh no, I'm good. I don't need to see it. Yeah,
okay.
I'm good. I've had not that particular guy, but that same guy here on this show. So
oh yeah, okay.
I don't need it.
The guy I'm talking about, maybe worse. Has no idea, and I think I've even, and not that I'm trolling, but I had a comment like at one point, "Aren't you embarrassed?" Because this stuff, unless you don't know how to delete a video, I mean, this stuff is on the internet forever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of these, but he's by himself. He's not in a hangout. It's literally by himself doing this, and it's so damn funny to me, but also sad.
Yeah, maybe that's his whole shtick, is that he just doesn't care. He's gonna get ripped, and he wants you to watch it. Apparently, and who knows? I don't know. Maybe he gets a lot of hits. Who knows? Maybe it's worth it to him.
No, he doesn't. No, this is the same guy. It's the same type of guy, and I'm not joking. That thinks that the Earth is flat.
Okay.
Well,
so
what happens is you get hammered enough. And then you pass out, and the world just, when you're laying there, just seems flat,
Right. Yeah. Maybe that's why.
You're just like, the only thing moving is me, because everything, everything's circling around me. Apparently, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's, it's
I've probably have been there. I mean, I've probably went on a bad binge of a 6-pack of Blatz, 4 White Castles, and 8 bong hits, even though I never smoked pot in my life. But you can imagine what that feels like.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you real quick. We only have a couple minutes left here.
Sure.
I took my first Ubers the weekend before last. And pretty good experience, pretty smooth, man. And I've heard some Uber horror stories from other people, and mine was really smooth, man. I wouldn't hesitate to use it again, if I was somewhere and I was literally getting hammered, So
wait, are you an Uber driver, or you used Uber? Okay.
No, yeah, I took a ride.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's actually pretty cool, huh?
It was actually.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
Well, it was actually pretty nice. I took 4 rides, I guess, because I went to and from, and then another day I went to and from.
Okay.
So it was pretty. I had 4 different drivers, of course, and a couple of them that picked me up from the bars. They actually pull up and hold the door open for you and everything. You kind of feel like you're a big shot.
Yeah.
So you're kind of, people are looking at you, they're waiting to get in, or they're standing outside, coming out, and you're kind of big shotting. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, yeah, this is all right, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool.
Let me give a plug. You guys ever watched Hodge Twins?
No.
No.
You guys have got to look up Hodge Twins.
Okay.
And they did a thing about what's it called, Joe? The Uber?
Uber, yeah.
Yeah. the Uber driver took a blowjob for payment, and they comment, "These guys are as funny as the day is long." I'm just telling you, look up Hodge Twins. Watch some of their stuff.
Hey, however a guy gets paid, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Who am I to, hey,
These are two black guys, and their eyes are as blue as the day is long. And they are as funny as you can imagine. They are as funny as you can imagine. And they did a thing about a Uber driver who took a blowjob for payment.
How does that even get out there? That's what I'm saying. I mean,
the Hodge Twins are huge. They are huge on YouTube. I can't believe you guys haven't heard of the Hodge Twins.
No.
It's HODGE Twins?
Yeah, Hodge Twins.
Okay. I'll look that up, definitely.
Definitely. Funny. I mean, you just got to watch I don't care what episode you watch. They've been doing it for probably 10 years, and they are huge, and they are as funny as you can imagine.
Oh, wow.
That's duly noted. My night is made.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go downstairs and record and actually, start writing a little bit music, but, oh well.
Well, I'm telling you, watch them, come back next week and tell me they're not funny. If you tell me they're not funny, I'm flying to where you are and slapping you because.
Yeah, but when I duck, I'll laugh and say, "Hey, you're out $400
there
because
you go, yeah.
you came to Minneapolis." But then I'd offer you a beer. So.
Yeah, we used to, stand in front of people, try to get them to duck, and go duck meat.
No, it was funny on Sunday. I ran out of beer, and I'm not sure where you two are from, but here in Minnesota they don't sell beer on Sundays.
Florida.
Florida, okay. We actually vacation in Florida, Venice Beach. So, but my wife went and got me a 6-pack of 3.2 Budweiser. It was the grossest thing I've ever had in my life.
I believe you, my friend.
It was I called it Budweiser, kinda.
Kinda, yeah. I've had. Where did you say you were at again, Scott? I'm sorry.
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis. Yeah, I've been in Kansas a lot, and they have 3.2 beer. I guess when you buy it in the grocery store.
Yes.
And I've had the honor of having 3.2 Budweiser as well out of the grocery store, and it's kind of funny to watch people have several and think that they're hammered, and you're like, come on, man, you're not hammered. No, come on.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You've had 4 3.2 beers, man. Come on.
Yeah, that's like me having 3 or 4 Diet Cokes.
Come on, man.
You're gonna be all right.
You're not hammered, man. Exactly. Yeah, you're gonna be all right. I do have this interesting little article, really quick. I wanted to talk about because this one cracks me up. This one's from Maxim, right? Maxim.com. I mean, you can go to their entertainment section and look up Snoop Dogg. This is the headline: Snoop Dogg is launching his own weed line. Leafs by Snoop. Do I need to say any more about that?
No.
I read it, but I don't think anything else needs to be said. Snoop Dogg goes to Colorado and opens his own weed line, man.
He's like, Puff Daddy's doing a clothing line. Screw it, I'll do a weed line.
Yeah, everyone else is trying to sell vodka. F that, I'm going to sell weed, man. That's where the money's at, right?
Oh, that's actually funny. But that's going to sell, though. For people who like to do that, that's going to sell.
Hey, if you already smoke weed, right, and you are already in Colorado, aren't you going to smoke the man that is known for smoking weed?
Right.
Weed. I mean, don't you want to get some of that and then listen to some Snoop Dogg tracks? You know what I'm saying? That's a smart move, man.
That's a very smart move.
Finally he's legit.
Right. That's true.
You could put on some Snoop Dogg music and then inhale some Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
Oh,
so he's got I don't know how many different types of weed, but just from looking at him standing there, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can see 10 different on his display. There's 10 different, at least what would you call it? Cases or whatever it is, packages of weed. So if each one of those is a different type of weed, then there's 10, I guess.
wow.
Let, let me at least share the screen with you so you can at least
Sure.
see what I'm seeing here really quick, and that this will crack you up. So that's what I'm seeing right there, and that's yeah, Snoop Dogg next to his and there he is, you know. But it's funny to see him, glasses and everything. Like it's all legit, you
You
know.
know, it's so funny with the whole Colorado and Oregon thing with the marijuana legalization. I'm waiting for somebody to come up on Shark Tank with this product. Do you have any
Yeah,
samples? Yes.
yeah. And I like the way you can see some Swisher Sweets there in some sort of jug, so that you can roll your blunts right there. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, you can be all legit with some Snoop Dogg. See, there's his packaging. You can see that's the official Leafs by Snoop. Was that what it was again? Yeah, let me see.
Oh.
Yeah, Leafs by Snoop. So that's the yeah. See,
So,
there's
I
the
mean, is he
official.
growing it himself? I mean, how does that work?
He has people that are growing what he calls the best stuff,
Okay.
and different varieties of the best stuff, and that's that's how
Thank you
it.
for sharing that story.
Yeah, and so the only thing left is for Snoop Dogg to actually put his Leafs by Snoop in some beer and actually make some beer with said cousin of the hop.
You're right.
You know,
Oh,
so that
that made
yeah,
my day. That was actually a great story.
yeah. I just kind of wanted to share that one really quick because that was
Yeah.
some of the kind of wacky-ish news that I had for the week. So
Yeah, because we have a thing on our show called WTF. I may use that as our WTF moment.
yeah, that's from Maxim. You can look that up.
I
So
will definitely do that. Thank you so much.
all right,
Uh,
guys, it's time for me to end this one, man.
uh,
Thanks, Barrick, for showing up. I appreciate it, brother. And Scott, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Hopefully, I'll be on next week if we're not doing another. If I'm not busy doing something else. So we'll talk to you guys again soon.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Bum, for Bum's always in the Q&A, man. I appreciate it. All right, guys, we'll see you, man. Peace out.
Take care, guys.
See ya. Bye.